What's up, dog, everybody? I'm Torrential Downfall, back with some Goat Yu-Gi-Oh! Up against Shao Duelist again in this match. So this will be a best of 3. So, stay tuned to see, the other match or game or games. In this best of 3, obviously, if you've seen my other videos, I did a Graveskeeper's deck against his kind of Dark Paladin / BLS deck. Feel free to have a look at those videos beforehand. Be interesting to see what he's playing this time. But for your context, I'm now using my Chaos deck, which you might have seen from my first video. Start off with Nobleman, Dust Tornado, probably great because he's got one set monster and one set card, so he can go straight away taking out the set card. Maybe he was trying to, I was going to say bring out, base out the Magician of Faith with his Apprentice Magician, but he hasn't used any cards yet, so, or any spell cards, so I wouldn't think that that's what they'd want to do at the moment. The only monster I've got is Tsukiyomi again, something I've discussed beforehand, such a great card, but as your only monster it's difficult because if I summon it, it will automatically set itself with its ability because it has to set one monster card, and if there's no others, it will have to be your own. I could set it, but then if it gets beaten over, it's not got the greatest defense. Then I lose its ability to basically book the opponent's monsters cards. It sets another card. I'm just gonna go straight for it. Let's see what it is. Solemn Judgment. It's a good hit, but at this moment in time, it's one of the ones where Shao would be happy to let go, right? Blade Knight, great draw, and also what's perfect here with this Chaos deck, where obviously my main boss monsters are Chaos Sorcerer and BLS. I've now got one Dark monster and one Light monster. Blade Knight gains 400 attack from its base 1600 to 2000 attack whenever you've only got one card or less in hand. The other set was a Magic Slinger. That does hurt, but it's good to see an empty field, so I'm not too disappointed with that. I still don't really know what he's playing yet, which is a slight worry. Oh, so plays Magician of Faith in attack mode. That makes me think that he's trying to go for Metamorphosis play here, potentially with 1000 Restrict, because you see, and that's exactly what Shao does. Because the thing is, he didn't play any spell cards, right? So, but you'd still, I'd say, want to play or set Magician of Faith. If you didn't have Metamorphosis there, or even set another monster. I don't want to be dealing with 1000 restricts at the moment, which is why I think it's a good play to Destruction. Also, I know I'm at a life point disadvantage. 1000 eyes, but basically Ring of Destruction works by taking the original attack of the monster. With 1000 eyes being 0 originally, it means that neither of us take damage, and it gets rid of the 1000 eyes, which is great. Again, Tsukiyomi being the only monster in hand, it's not ideal for me. We can work around it. Then, I drew basically the card that's most attuned to me, that I have the greatest affinity for, which is Torrential Tribute. Big inspiration for the name. Dark Mimic, great. This is a really good card because it's a dark monster, so I don't mind if it gets beaten down, sort of put into the graveyard, and if it does get hit, I get a draw from it. The only thing I don't want to happen here is for it to be Nobleman, and that would wind me up. Shao's asking if it's Magician of Faith. It's not. So I flip that, why not? Because I get the draw, and because I've got Tsukiyomi now, Tsukiyomi gives me you know, that benefit of being able to reset the Dark Mimic. And unless he gets rid of this card, I can just keep drawing from it, can't I? Each turn. And I can get some damage in the Sukiyomi now as well. Heavy Storm, Snatch Steal, great cards, but not ones I need to use at the moment. Also, I poked with Sukiyomi, so the back row could be something real, but it's good to see that he's letting me, you know, that attack go through anyway. Book of Moon, great as well. Another way to set cards if, let's say, I do get rid of my Sukiyomi. And here we go. The cycle continues. Obviously, I do have Pot of Greed in grave, and look at that. Looks like he doesn't want to me to keep drawing, and so it's a really good trade, I think, to bait out the Mirror Force. And Sukiyomi being in grave is not a bad thing, because as I was saying, you know, off my Chaos deck, I'm looking to have darks and lights and graves in case I do, you know, draw into a Chaos Sorcerer or my Black Luster Soldier. So I've got a Mirror Force in my own set, Torrential Tribute. See, I don't mind this because I get the draw off of it. So he's looking to defend his life points. Really good draw for me. I mean, I can't attack now, so I don't necessarily need to bring out Chaos Sorcerer, but Magician of Faith is exactly what I was looking for in terms of playing at Pot of Greed. Active again. But yeah, I've got Metamorphosis set. I mean, I could use it, you know, on my Dark Mimic. I don't need to though, because it would just hurt me at the moment in terms of not being able to attack with any other monsters. Like, for example, if I did summon Chaos Sorcerer. But Swords of Revealing Lights there, so I can't really use that at the moment. I book Dark Mimic. I don't know if that was the right play, if I'm being honest. I think I could have just held on to it to then reuse it on Magician of Faith, but you know, we'll see. Maybe there was, you know, it doesn't hurt to get the extra drawing. Why? Now, see, now it's almost a waste with book, isn't it? Because I could have saved that for something else. Booked a card that I don't even get to use for its effect on. Can't get Pot of Greed with Magician of Faith, but I think I'm in a strong position. Dust Tornado is perfect. Just to, if I wanted to, get rid of the swords, but you know, a couple turns have passed, so maybe I won't want to do that. Lava Golem basically works by the opponent can summon it onto my side of the field by tributing 2 of my monsters. It inflicts 1,000 points of damage every standby phase of my turn. It's a good beater though, so I'm not too worried at the moment. I see now I could be in trouble, but you know, I've got outs. I do have outs. But he looks like he's going to get Relinquished. So you can see what his deck is at the moment. It's kind of just like absorbing enemy monsters, and it's a good. Do you know what? It's a really good combo. He's getting 3,000 attack here off Lava Golem, but I just can't allow that to happen, especially when I can't attack either. I do have another out. You know, I do have Chaos Sorcerer as another out, but you know, trusty old friend Torrential Tribute there to get me out of the pickle. Not going to complain. And again, I could dust this sword, but you know, I'm happy to. I think there's been enough turns. I can wait it out. Now I have clogged up my back row, but again, I was going to say I can definitely clear it in terms of I've got Scapegoat, so I can play Scapegoat, which I don't have to worry there. Slightly worried about the set card. But we'll see. And I do have Graceful Charity, and maybe, you know, it was a mistake pulling up my back row. But again, I can just play Scapegoat. Build up a wall, and now play Graceful Charity. Just keep the card advantage up. I'm looking at my grave, seeing the number of lights and the darks I have. Blade Knight, Magician of Faith is 2 lights. The Dark Mimic, Tsukuyomi is 2 darks. So really and truly speaking, I can get rid of a Chaos Sorcerer here, and it's not gonna hurt me. Which is what I do. Get rid of Scapegoat. I've already got one in play. Go for the upstart, just get the extra draw in, see what else I can get. Blade Knight, great summon. Or should I say great pickup. I mean, now that I've done that, obviously I would have had 3 lights if that one is destroyed. But yeah, I think Chaos Sorcerer BLS is enough. I don't think I necessarily need, you know, the second Chaos Sorcerer in hand. I set the Blade Knight. I couldn't tell you why I did that. Do I think that's right? But I don't know. Guess that's not the end of the world. But I don't know if summoning BLS just banishing his set card may have been the better play, you know? Get another Metamorphosis. So I've got 2 Metamorphosis in hand, 1 set I believe. So that's all 3 Metamorphosis, not really doing anything. So yeah, I think the play is special summon BLS. And I can get a good 3k damage in here at least. No, I can't, because when I use its effect I can't attack, so... the safe play is to banish it up, because I can't go for game now, so I don't think there's any point just trying to, you know, attack into it. Magician of Faith, good hit, right? Depending on what he could have got from graveyard in terms of spells. I don't think he's played Graceful or Pot that I can remember of. Get to Snatch Steal. This does me a favour though. If he attacks 2 of my tokens, frees up 2 spaces for monsters. You know, I've got Mirror Force, I've got Sakurotsu Armor, I could easily get rid of the BLS, but I don't want to. Number 1, I can get life points off of Snatch Steal, and number 2, if I can get rid of the Equip, I can get my monster back. And we know I've got a Dust Tornado set, so you know that's why it was, you know, good to hold on to it rather than necessarily using it when there was the Sword of Revealing, when there'd already been a couple of turns anyway. And also if I dust, I can double attack as well, because he's got a monster out. So I think that's a good trade. He might have another Relinquished. You know, all the materials have another Relinquished in hand. I'm not too bothered. I've got Heavy Storm. I've got Chaos Sorcerer. Have BLS coming back. I mean, if he does summon Relinquished though, he'll probably grab my BLS. But yeah, special summon Chaos Sorcerer. He can get some really good damage in now. It's not going to be game, but it is going to hurt him. And also, I could bring out Ryu Senshi with Metamorphosis as well after attacking, after battle phase, you know, see if I want to maybe get his traps out. So I think the best play is go battle phase, attack, use BLS's effect for a second attack, and I didn't. I think I've just misplayed there. Yep, which is what I'm typing out. I mean, look, will it cost me? It might do, but I'm in a very strong position, so I think I can deal with whatever he brings out. If he sets a couple cards, I do think it's worth using Metamorphosis. But as I was saying, if he does get another Relinquished, I don't, I want to keep Chaos Sorcerer so it can work as a pop. Bloody hell, that's a lot of back row. However, we have Heavy Storm, and considering we're going for game, it's worth it. Even if he has a Solemn, half his life points, yeah, we'd still think it'd be worth it. And he had 2 of the Black Illusion Ritual and 2 Creature Shops, so it was just pure fakery from Shao. Just trying to scare me. I mean, he did scare me, but that will be game there. Thanks for watching this Game 1, everyone. Please, stay in tune for any upcoming duels within this game. And yeah, please do something nice for yourself today, as long as it hurts no one. Thanks.